Your boy Louisiana Red. I'm up in here with DMONEY Johnson. How you feeling, my brother?
Feeling great in the town of the H. What's happening with it?
All right. Well, I got this exclusive. I'm first up with it, so let's get it popping.
Hell yeah.
All right, the name DMONEY. Where did that originate from?
What happened was I was in high school, and I started working at a young age. I was like looking for a job at 14, got my first one right when I turned 15, and I just was working. I didn't have many bills. Obviously, I was a kid in high school, and I just worked, and I just had that bread, and these females would just see me, and D-Money. They started saying the shit, and I just took it and ran with it from that point.
You heard that. Your boy said you always had that bread. All right, the project, Drinking from Cali to the Voodoo. Where did that name come from? What made you choose that title? You just picked it, or is that something you're really about?
All right. Well, yeah, I am about that. I mean, I'm not an alcoholic. I mean, if that's what you're trying to ask.
No, absolutely not.
I mean, as far as drinking, I mean, I know a lot of people won't know about that. So this is a good opportunity for me to engage on that subject.
So just for the record, folks, he got drink in his cup right now. It's the middle of the afternoon. The sun's still out. All right, let's go.
I mean, I'm having a good time in Houston, man. I mean, what you expect? But no, I do like the average person. I mean, if I'm out, if I go out, do a show maybe, I'll be drinking. I mean, sometimes I may drink socially, but I just don't get fucked up on a daily basis. Just,
Right.
And then I don't do all kinds of other drugs and shit, like I don't fuck with nothing else really. So it's like, this is what I do when I do.
That window, that outlook, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it ain't nothing crazy. It's like average, And the title I came up with it because it was originally going to be called just Cali to the Boot. But the reason why I added the drink in the front of it, because I was listening to a lot of Wiz Khalifa at the time, and he makes a lot of music about smoking, and he ain't the only one that do that.
Right.
Like, there's a lot of people that make all kind of fucking smoking songs. I'm like,
right.
What they got for people that drink? Because, like, everybody smokes, everybody drinks.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm going to make some, that's why some of the tracks on it, the bonus tracks, I flipped a couple of his songs at that, on there. So it's like, I decided to do something I ain't heard nobody else do. I made something for people to drink to, because I drink.
Right. I drink myself. No smoke. Just drink.
I'm here right now. It's in the cup. In the glass from the styrofoam today, but
What is that, by the way?
It's a little Grey Goose,
Little something.
Yeah, it's a little Grey Goose,
Okay. Cell phone going off.
Yeah,
Business must be good.
Hell yeah, business is good. I mean, it's to the point now to where it's like, I don't even know how I got to where I'm at. Like, I just knew. I mean, I always knew I was gonna get here, but now I'm just waiting for the progress. I mean, that's all I'm looking for on a daily basis when I wake up, just progress.
Okay. Speaking of progress, you got over 60,000 downloads on that piff. For somebody that's just coming up, no promotion, no label, no A&Rs, no man just pushing you. Like, how do you feel about the success of the mixtape?
I mean, that shit felt great.
I could imagine.
Because it's like, okay, everybody puts out their first project. I mean, of course, you think it's like you real buck about it. Like, damn, I just dropped this shit. I want to get everybody to hear it. You tweeting it, you putting it on Facebook, you calling everybody, sending text messages. You know what I mean? You're going to have that natural feeling. But when it actually, something happens with it, it's just an amazing feeling. Because it's like you work so hard, and obviously, you must have did a pretty decent fucking job. And then for it to be your first project at that, it just motivates you and makes you want to do more and more and more and more.
Right. Get out there and put it down.
Yeah.
Okay, talk about production, collaborations. Like, who helped you put this body of work together?
I mean, who helped me put it together? I got my main producer, October 1st. He's out of Dallas. I met him.
D-Town in the building.
Right, yeah. I was recording at Luminous Sound. That's like one of the best studios in Texas. Really one of the best ones in the U.S., in my opinion. I mean, and I met him over there, and we just had chemistry. We had good musical chemistry. He's a real good man on the board. I mean, being on the board is not one of his things. He's really just like a mixed man. He makes beats, but he's a real good dude. Real humble. He'll even tell you he's gonna do something, he'll do it. And, in this industry, you meet so many fucking people, bruh, that'll say they're gonna do something, not do it. They talk a lot of fucking shit.
Give you the number and everything.
Yeah. They talk all kinds of shit. They can do this for you, do that for you, and they really ain't about shit. And what I've learned is the people that don't really say much. Like, for instance, if you meet me somewhere, you won't even know I rap until somebody that's with me says it, or unless you see some shit. And it was the same thing with him. I got in there, he was my engineer for the night, and he didn't say shit. I've had engineers that's talking major shit, and then we get to work, and this nigga's some garbage. Because a good producer should be able to you give them a block of ice, and they scope that bitch.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he did, and he didn't brag or say shit about himself.
Let the art speak for itself.
Right, he didn't say shit. Like, he really didn't. Like, and shit was great. So, I mean, he's one of the main people on there that helped me put it together. Then I got one original beat from Sledger, and I got one from ID Labs. And that's really about it as far as production goes.
Okay, Sledger, Taylor Gang Sledger, or?
Exactly, that's exactly what that is.
That's a good look.
Right, you know, and when I got him on that's probably what helped, you know, drive the success of the mixtape. Because, you know, I got quality on there, so people were like, okay, this nigga just not just
he's not no joke, he's really making moves.
Right.
Okay, that's a good look. All right, now, favorite song. If you had to pick one, which one would it be and why?
I'm gonna have to go with 2.
2? Okay, well, give me 2. That's even better.
Ride.
Yeah, I like Ride.
In Pregame. Ride is the one that Sledger made. I mean, that's like one of my first real high quality songs. October 1st, mixed the whole thing down. And actually, it was one of my quickest songs writing wise. You can ride to it, obviously. I mean,
right. If you smoke, you can smoke.
Yeah, exactly. You can drink to it. The beat is a fucking banger.
Right.
I mean, so I like that one, and then then Pregame. I mean, and as far as from what I see, everybody loves Pregame because it's what it is. It was media. I had the opportunity to let people know like what an average nigga does before he goes out.
Right, especially women. Women don't know.
Yeah, they don't know exactly
the type
what
of things
we
actually go through. And what makes it even better is you hear the song, you can relate to it, and then when you see the actual video, it's like it paints the picture. Like I love it. Yeah. I like that.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Influences. Who made you want to pick up a microphone? Who kind of inspired you to want to get into rap?
Okay, as far as it made me want to pick up a mic to begin with, it's kind of hard to say. It really is. I mean, I love music. Like from the time I was a kid, like I can remember myself fucking singing Lauryn Hill when I was like 6 and shit. Like I just loved music. I always loved it. I remember I used to jam Warren G, Regulators. I was young, like I wasn't just a little young nigga in LA at that time.
Right. You're in the West Coast.
And I think I started writing poems and shit like when I was like in first grade. Like it sounds crazy, but I really did.
You write love letters, man?
Let's keep it 100. I did a little bit when I got in high school. It wasn't no poem shit. I mean, it was you know.
Do you like me?
Check your little letters.
Check your maybe.
That and the little pull the little tab, the little special you fold it up in a special way. You pull it. Yeah, I used to fold that shit like that. I used to do all that shit.
It is what it is.
But yeah, I don't have nobody that just made me just like, I want to rap because I want to be like this nigga. No, but I do have people that their success and what they do, influence me. I mean, like Wiz is one of the people that.
All right, Wiz has really been.
Yeah, he works. He works. He don't stop. I mean, he been pushing. You know, I just from what I know from his story, that's what really influenced me.
Right. He came a long way from the Prince of the City.
Exactly.
He came a very long way.
And I didn't even really start jamming him until a little bit after Black and Yellow, and I just went back and got all his older shit, and like one of his favorite projects of mine is that Taylor Alderice.
Right.
And that's a banger, the whole thing front to back.
Okay. Well, what's next for D-Money? What can we expect? What can we hear? Any shows lined up? What's going on? I know you're kind of chilling right now because I heard you was working on another one.
Right. Well, since Cali to the Boot started, I haven't chilled at all on this shit. I mean, I've been trying to, if I can do a show every fucking night, I would. But, what y'all can expect is the next mixtape coming out is going to be called Catch Me If You Can. I mean, we don't have an exact release date yet, but it will be in the next few months. I mean, I can't tell y'all that. Shows, you're going to just look for me in the town near you. You can go on the website, DMONEYJOHNSON.com, DMONEYmusic.com. You can follow me on Twitter. All my shit's going to always be,
right.
You'll know where I'm at.
The local avenues we can find.
Right, so I can't just say, I got a show here next. I mean, next show I got is going to be in Cali. Like right now I'm in H chilling, with the next one I got lined up is in Cali. We just did one yesterday night. It was real cool to do a show for the Super Bowl weekend.
Right. I bet you the crowd was amazing.
Yeah, it was nice.
Okay. Nah, I want to go back to the drinking from Cali to the Boot. I know you re-released it maybe a year now?
Right.
All right. But just recently you put it on the Google Play Store. You can buy it off of there. You can buy it on iTunes. Like, what made you want to do that instead of just staying underground?
Well, okay. The reason why I did that is because I had it on that piff. I always say, put out a mixtape, put it on that piff. You know, I invested a lot of money into this shit. People think it's cheap, but when you do quality, you gonna have to, you know,
you're gonna have to spend.
And I spent a lot of money on this shit, but you know, I wasn't tripping. You know, it was a free project for my fans or whatever. And I was just like, you know what? I mean, besides shows, I'm not making money off of music yet. So I was like, you know, I think we need to take time to take that step. Yeah. And I also noticed that a lot of the other artists is, you know, like Wiz, like we talked about earlier, like he has tons of mixtapes. His mixtapes are on iTunes and shit too.
Well, why not me, right?
Exactly. So I was like, you know, I want my shit on all digital stores, and that's what we did. And I think that was a nice step for me because now I can generate music, you know, generate income from album sales.
You can also learn the game, so that's a good step.
Right.
That's a good step. Well, I mean, honestly, man, that's all I got for right now. Your boy Louisiana Red up in here with D-Money. I'm about to pull me up a cup myself, and we'll catch y'all on the flip side.
Holla at us. If you ain't already know, you already slow.